Welcome back, one and all, to the Penni podcast. I am your host, Sean Fitzgerald. With me, my partner in crime, Jerry LeBlanc, and our current title favorite, frontrunner, Team of
Stop.
Destiny.
Stop.
Um, so we are into week 12. We have 3 weeks of the regular season left to go. Some close games that came down to Monday Night Football that were fun to
It was
watch.
it was very close, like all the way through. I thought like, okay, obviously someone's gonna pull ahead in Sunday Night Football, but three of the five were still like really up in the air.
Did the intro music not play? I am disappointed. Sorry about that. I'll fix that. I'll fix it in post. I can't fix it in post. Shout out to Brad. Thanks for calling out. I'm sure he'll be calling out all my technical glitches as the pod goes on. So,
Hey, the perfect pod is one episode away, right?
which will be a while because there's not going to be a pod next week. Um, so yeah, we'll get into everything, including why there won't be a pod next week as the show goes on. But we need to get right into our waiver report. So let's get into that. If I can.
Last week on the 12th.
Yeah, we're. Oh, and I don't know why that image is there. Gave away one of the things I was going to do later. Okay. So a podcast already going great. So we got our waiver report from the 12th up for y'all to see. There weren't a lot of big ads. Jason
No,
Smith kind of sniped me on Parker Washington, who, how did he do last week?
not great.
Not great. So
I mean, 3 points, 2 catches, 20 yards. I do think that I think it was like the second week with Jacoby Myers. I don't know. I don't trust. I mean, I think the big problem with that is that Parker Washington, he had a couple of good weeks, and then he remembered that he plays for the Jaguars, and even in a massive win, doesn't do shit.
well,
That sounds like a Jaguars thing to do.
I mean, you thought he had two good performances coming off of Travis Hunter's injury.
Yeah,
And who was Mike and Thomas was also banged up, right? So like it looked like it was a good spot for him, a good spot start. Didn't turn out to be. I spent $69. Yeah, I did on Tajay Spears. Spoiler
damn, we were
alert!
this close to a 6-7 joke, man.
Spoiler alert! He's not on my team anymore. I dropped him on this week's waiver wire, so that was 7% of my budget well spent.
I'll probably
Um,
pick him up after the pod. Don't worry.
Zach spent $50 on the Cowboys D. You spent
Damn,
$20 on the Falcons D,
you did
and
shit.
yep,
That was there it is. That's a fucking mistake.
and then and then $1 on the Chiefs D for Scotty. So now we get into the November 19th offer report. Um, the big, and this is actually I want to explain something. I for a hot second last night at about 10 o'clock, I was like, should I play dirty pool? Should I bust out a big bid on Emmanuel Wilson, knowing that I'm playing Alex this week, and just screw him over?
That probably would have been the best play because
Here's the
you
thing.
guys are both battling. You guys are still both in the battle for the bye.
We are. I would say that my win over Scotty this week gave. If I had lost to Scotty, I would not have been in bye contention. With me beating Scotty,
Yeah, no, because
I'm
you'd be
still
three
in it.
games back with three
Right.
games to go. Now you're only 2 games back with 3 games to go, and you and him are right there in the thick of it for
We're
the tiebreaker.
Scotty, Alex, and I are all like in that same range of points. So, and we have some comfort, some cushion with the rest of the league. So, I thought about it. Here's why I didn't. I also put a big boy. I put way more than I needed to, I guess, on Michael Wilson. It is a ride the lightning situation for me. I need a spot start this week at flex, and I could have gone Emmanuel Wilson. That might have been the play, but I also know that Josh Jacobs' injury is a knee bruise that like he's questionable. He could play this
He
week.
could play. He could. And this is why you pick up your handcuffs, right?
Yep,
There's a
but
reason that
that's why he spent 26% of his budget to make
yeah.
absolutely sure he got him.
And I thought about also putting in a bid for him, and I was like, what? How much am I willing to spend of my budget? And I came to the conclusion that it doesn't matter because I am not going to spend enough to out. I was not going to bid 110. I
Yeah.
wasn't going to, I don't even think I was going to bid 80. So I was like, I just didn't even put a bid in because there's no point,
Yeah.
is essentially how I felt about it. I don't need him enough to do it.
But my big bid came with Michael Wilson because it's like MHJ had his appendix removed last week.
And I don't think he'll play this week, but that's a big amount for.
Did you see how he did?
He did great.
I'll grant you that.
And the stack.
I get I love me some Cardinals this year. I don't know why they're garbage, but I love me some fantasy Cardinals. But no, like Michael Wilson, he had what 18 targets, 15 catches, 185 yards, like without a touchdown, put up 26.
Great day.
So like, it's for me. This is a 1 week ride the lightning, hope that it strikes twice kind of pick.
I mean, I bet you he doesn't break 20.
Obviously.
I'd make a slap bet he doesn't get 15.
If you go 10, I'll do it.
Well, 10. I mean,
that's all I want is 10. Is the thing. Like all I need is a quality start, right? Jason Smith put a bid in on Sean Tucker, and actually narrowly beat window on that one.
I'm a little surprised with that. I don't know if I believe in it. I guess
again, it's at this point it's also spot starts, right? Like he's probably the starter this week. I threw a bit of 30 on him.
Yeah, I do. I mean, if Bucky Irving's not, which is Bucky Irving ever going to play?
Probably not.
Like, I'm so glad I did not make this trade that I was talking to Zach about a few weeks ago, where he was the main guy. It's like, oh, he'll probably be back this week. It's like, now it's 3 weeks and he's probably still not playing.
Then we got Browns D, Steelers D, Tyler Schuff, Jaden Higgins.
On the Browns defense.
The best.
They did well, 16 points too.
Browns D looks very, very good. Chris Rodriguez Jr. actually is a really good ad from Window. I want to give credit to for $10 at the 8 spot because Bill he dropped Bill, but Bill lost the starting job and he ain't getting it back.
No, I don't think so. I mean, at this point they're punting, right? I mean,
yeah. See
what you got in some people. I mean, although I guess Bill's also young, right? I mean,
in dynasty leagues I wouldn't necessarily. I have him in a dynasty league. I didn't drop him, but it's because it's dynasty. One thing in the chat, Alex said he started at 200 for Emmanuel Wilson, so go figure. Interesting that Wilson. This is why you
don't tinker.
Wilson and Wilson at the top of the waiver wire. This could be a law firm. So we're going to our recaps, and as fate would have it, I pulled off the Monday night comeback. I did not think I was going to.
I was mad at not that you doing that, because I wanted you to win because it helped my standings. But I'm like, I hate ESPN's like percentages. It's like it had you at 10%, and I clicked into Pickens' thing, and it was like, oh, he has a 30% chance to boom above 20 points, and I was like, then why the fuck do you say that it's only a 10% chance that Sean wins this matchup? That's all the math ain't mathin'. I'm like, what are we doing here?
Yeah.
Like, no, I knew you were a bigger, like, you were probably still weren't a favorite, but you were not a 9-1 dog going into Monday Night Football.
It felt so good after Scotty taunted at one point. It felt so good to throw those taunts out. I haven't taunted much this year, but I used every one of my 4 taunts that I had this week. I only had 4 touchdowns this week, and I used every one of them.
The combo of Sunday Night Football, he gets that big touchdown out of Jamison Williams to take like a big lead, which to then turn around and George Pickens gets that touchdown catch, and it's like he only needs 1 catch now. That's all it's going to take.
Well, the craziest part of it was Pickens, that touchdown catch, like when he caught it, it looked like he was going to be down. Like it looked like they were going to tackle him.
He was almost going to go out of. He almost looked like he was going to go out of bounds, and then he put his foot in the ground,
just
back inside,
scooped him out of his shoes, and went to the end zone. CD knew it from the start.
Yeah, that was hilarious. CD Lamb on the side.
CD's like, bye. So
it's like the Tyreek Hill, like.
Honestly, to get less than 5 out of Lamar, 6 out of Quinshawn, like some disappointing performances, and still to come away with a win because of George Pickens, Trey McBride, and Jacoby Brissett. I'm on cloud 9. And for Scotty, I mean, this was a huge opportunity to get him. If he had won this game, obviously, he's in the bye spot, right?
No, he'd still be a game back on Alex because Alex, that's going to be our next
N-
matchup that we talk about.
No. Oh. Wait. What? Oh yeah, he would be. So, but still, he'd be one game back then
One game back with the
with the
points
lead
lead
on
on him.
points, right? And a
Yeah.
significant one. So like, yeah, it's a big loss for Scotty in terms of the bye. This could have been right
Yeah.
into.
I mean, yeah, he needed to stay in needed it to stay in the hunt for the bye, and
McMillan, I said I
didn't
haven't
happen.
taunted a lot this year, but I did taunt you. I absolutely, of course, I taunted you. So, anything else that you took out of this matchup? Any other causes for concern on either lineup?
I, man, I'm starting to feel a little nervous about Quinshawn, man.
Yeah, I mean, I mean,
He looks so good for so
yeah,
long,
I
and
wonder what happens when Shadur Sanders is your quarterback.
bruh,
Yeah, it doesn't look great.
yeah.
I mean, they were just
Although it doesn't help that I mean, you got the win, so I was saying it doesn't help isn't exactly accurate, but like Manungai got 12 carries, Vulture the touchdown,
yeah,
Swift with I mean, but Swift still had 21 carries.
yeah.
Like if you I mean, ignoring the fact that it's a you know 2-to-1 split, like a 66-33% split between the two of them. If you know that your starting running back is getting 21 touches a game, like you're still happy with that.
If I didn't get one of the Wilsons,
It's a
I was
good
probably
workload.
starting. Or if I didn't hit any of my waiver bids this week, I thought I'd hit Wilson to be honest, but the one I got. But if I didn't get it, I was probably going to start Monongai this week. Like that was my plan. So yeah, I'm happy with the Bears committee. For Scotty, Chargers did not come through. They
She
played
played like
Meg against
shit.
Jacksonville.
Yeah. I'm a little concerned. No, I'm not a little concerned. Let me rephrase. If he's really expecting Javonte Williams to give him 15 points per game like he has over the last 3 weeks since he picked him up, he's gonna have a bad time eventually. Like I just don't see him averaging a touchdown a game and getting
He
80,
doesn't.
like 80 yards in a touchdown a game is just not sustainable for Jameson Williams. There's too many mouths to feed in that offense.
Scotty's path to a title runs through Jonathan Taylor, who thankfully was out this
Oh
week,
yeah,
and
yeah.
so like
I mean, if there was anything, it's a get healthy week, and
yep, yeah, because if he has Taylor and he has Warren this week, I lose hard, and I know I lose hard.
I think so. Yeah. I mean, I
So,
literally said like you getting spotted like 20 points just by having Jonathan Taylor
difference.
and Tyler Warren out. I mean, it really
in
is.
a 6 points game, that was the swing.
Yeah.
So in a much lower scoring game, in the battle of 5-5 teams who were playing for inside track to the playoffs, McMillan came up way short at the end.
Zach needed this win way more than McMillan did, though.
Oh, because of total points, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, because of total points. Like if Zach loses, he misses the playoffs. I think. I think there's no coming back from it. Like being a game down, plus being that many points down. Like at least McMillan, he's still.
He's a game back.
He's a game back, but I'm pretty sure is he in the wild card spot right now, or is it window right now?
Right now, if the season ended today, the wild card would be window.
By 12 points.
Correct.
Yeah. So, but imagine if McMillan gets this win and Zach drops down. Zach's 100 points back on window.
Yeah, and
like Zach's season, I think, is over if he lost this matchup, and he's still in the fight now.
Yeah. But
though I think he's like right now. Zach is still in sixth. Right now, Zach is still not in the playoffs.
Correct, but he is with Brad.
Yeah, but
yeah,
that's
like
what I'm saying.
30 points above him. Like Brad and Zach need wins more than they need points. McMillan and Window need points more than they need wins. It's basically where you are in the standings. Although McMillan could win his way there, but like
he could. But losing this week really hurt that.
Yeah. So going back to the matchup, I mean, McMillan's team just kind of laid an egg. Like there's no nice way to say it.
I mean, 79 points, yeah.
And the sad part is Gainwell. Not that Gainwell was the correct start or anything like that. He started the right 3 running backs, but like it doesn't. It makes you feel worse when your backup running back throws up 26 on your and has a career day on your bench.
Yeah, I mean, Jaylen Warren got hurt. If that doesn't happen, who knows how the rest of it goes? But
yeah,
I don't know, man. As much as I liked McMillan's team after that like 190 point day, is David Montgomery gonna start putting up like consistent numbers is, I mean, Emeka Egbuka, I'm not as worried about him. He had a
No,
down
he'll
day,
bounce back.
whatever. But like Jamar Chase, isn't that like when
Well,
they played Pittsburgh earlier? Isn't that when he had like the 25 target game to like really come back down to earth? Hurts, and then now might not be playing next week.
that no, he not even might not is not
I thought he was appealing.
denied.
Has it? Oh shit. Okay. Yeah. I mean, DJ Moore just doesn't look startable.
Nope.
Like I thought he was going to be. I thought he'd still be the number one guy this year in
It's
Chicago, but obviously it's Rome. I
well,
mean,
it's a doomsday, but also like it's also game script. They're running the ball in Chicago. They're 7-3
Yeah.
because they just
30,
figured out
33
run
rushing
the
attempts,
fucking
yeah.
rock, like So
True.
it's a big cost. I mean, and there are some good matchups that McMillan has this week. Like it's not part of it also is again like it's the big concern about McMillan's team is they're not getting the opportunities. Not only like you said with DJ Moore, Ashton Genty's another classic example of this. Like how many carries did he have?
6.
He had
I mean, he had six catches.
carries.
So, I mean, 12 total touches
Sure,
though, is not
six
what you
catches,
want out of
6 catches buoys his day for 27 yards, but 6 for Ashton Genty, like elite rookie running back, best rookie running back in the draft, Ashton Genty, 6 carries for 7 yards. It's not a recipe for success, but what else can the Raiders do when they're losing?
I didn't even see the yards. Like I was like six carries. That's not great, but he had 6 catches, but 6 carries for 7 yards.
Mm-hmm. There was a meme out there. It's like if you went to the fridge and got a beer during the game, congratulations, you racked up more yards than Ashton Genty. Like,
Yeah.
so it's a rough day. And I mean, Zach, again, you feel good, you breathe a little easier after the win. You like seeing Kelsey have a good day, and Debo too, I guess. But like, Debo got a tutty.
He desperately needs Bucky Irving to play.
Yeah, he just doesn't have a team, bro.
He doesn't have a running back. Like outside of like right now, he does not have a running back. Tony Pollard's not it.
Is Singletary a potential answer?
I mean, he had a good day, and I know Zach said that he had stuff going on in the morning. If he had been able to have a little bit more time, he probably would have started him over DeMarcado. I don't know, man. Like, it's not like Singletary's. You're happy about starting him either.
And then again,
at best he's in a timeshare with Tyrone Tracy, and it's the Giants.
and then what 3 wide receivers does he start? He starts DK, Debo, Rashee Rice, and then if you have
starting Calvin Austin, starting Calvin Austin is also
that doesn't feel good.
No,
but
I think the box is dead, man.
MHJ is probably dead. Mike Evans
so funny
out this week. Mike Evans probably out this week. Brian Thomas Jr. is questionable.
I'm so mad now. I'm literally like the box is. It's like no, the box just went out and got a win with 97 points. The box is not dead. The box
ain't dead. Box is gonna box. He's gonna box until he can't box no more. So turning to matchup number 3. This one, I mean, like, I'm gonna say it again. I'm gonna say it until I can't say it anymore. Like, Team of Destiny, bro. Like, you can do no wrong. Your team cannot lose. This is like, imagine how good you would have run in Pick'em this year if you would have picked yourself every week.
I'd have like 5 extra wins. I agree, but like you're saying, I can't. I do lose with 130 points. I'm not Zach who can go out there, drop 96 and get a win. I can't do that. I know that I'm like lowest on points scored. Actually, I think I'm no longer lowest in points scored, which makes me happy. But like, no, Jason's 4th in points scored this week.
3rd.
Like, yeah,
I thought he was 3rd, wasn't he?
I'm not sitting here pretending like my team is not good. My team is good. I hit the draft really well. I've also now gotten very lucky on trades. And not only have I gotten lucky, it's like obviously there's been a lot of talk about how I've now made 2 trades and people immediately on them have gone to the IR. And like, I get that. But I would also make this argument. Do you remember after week 2 when me and you were talking about a trade and I was trying to get Lamar Jackson from you? What happened the next week? Lamar Jackson gets hurt and he's out for what, 4 or 5 weeks?
Yep.
Like, I've gotten lucky by trades that people have turned me down. Like, I've gotten lucky. I'm not arguing that.
No, it's not luck.
It is luck.
You are a team of destiny. It is. You are. Like, there's like, I understand we made this joke about Brad all last season, but you have to admit, by all objective measure,
I have the best team. Yes.
No, you have been, but not only the best team, but everything has run right for you this season as well. Like you said with these trades, it is fate. Like Jason in the JC Penny chat was like, "Yeah, bro, like let's just call it a season. Like Jerry wins, like James gets a sacco, we're done, right? Stop the count. Like at this point, there would be concession speeches. Like it's over.
I'm convinced that Jason said that more because he realizes James' team is now starting to come on strong.
Oh, he did. That's absolutely that was totally his motivation. You're totally right about that. But no, like I mean, McCaffrey, huge day. Kittle after the trade, 20.
Finally,
20
I'm getting tight end production. Yeah, that's a scary thing for a lot of people. I was
HN,
getting like 4 points.
Chase
I'm getting 4
Brown,
points
Higgins,
per game out of my tight end.
JSN, like you had Jalen Hurts put up sub 15, and you still put up 154. Like it's stupid how good your team is. Christian Watson throws up 18 on your bench. Like Ollie
Jason
Gordon
says
throws
that's
up
a
10.
bingo.
Like that's a bingo. Like
That's a bingo.
like oh my gosh, your team is stupid.
Is that how you, is that the expression?
I love Christoph Waltz.
It's just bingo.
It's just bingo. So
such a good movie.
Here, let me ask you this. Obviously, we talked about the injury. Not only the injury, like you said, like you trade Trevor Lawrence away, or not Trevor Lawrence.
J.K. Dobbins.
No. Before that, Jacksonville.
Travis Hunter.
You trade Travis Hunter away. He gets injured, done for the year. You trade J.K. Dobbins away, injured, done for the year. There was this question we talked about, I think, last week on the pod, where it was like, is R.J. Harvey now going to eat?
I think he is. I think Kansas City is a good defense.
Only had
he
11
has a
carries,
bye this
though.
week. He has a bye this week, which I mean, yeah, but
in a win.
I mean, and they won. I know it's weird, but they get a bye this week. But then he look at the next 2 games. He gets Washington. He gets the Las Vegas Raiders.
Honestly, you're right. Honestly, the bigger part of the trade for, or the one good part of the trade for Jason Smith could be Stephon Diggs, who was on my team. Stephon Diggs, who's been on 3 teams this year. I think that's one of the rarest things I've seen is being on 3 teams based on trades. But I mean, unless Kayshon Boutte comes back and eats up a lot of target share with Drake May, like he looks like he's might be.
He's
something.
the guy.
Yeah.
He's still the guy there. I mean, 14 points per game since that trade has happened.
Yeah. So
God, we're jinxing it so bad. He's gonna get hurt next game, isn't he?
No. But it was. I mean, like, let me ask you this: Is Jason Smith's season done?
No.
I said last week it was.
Yeah.
You were the one who's been saying he's not dead yet.
I thought that you were when I quickly said no. I thought you were asking kind of a question of if he's like destined to be last type of.
No. But is the season done?
Just really quick, I want to look at Zach's thing he posted. I'm really glad he posted it early this week so we can utilize it. What is Jason's chances to make the? Okay, it's less than 2%. He's done. No chance at a bye. 1.946%. He's fighting James to not come in last. Is what I'm saying.
Moving to recap 4. Speaking of James, second highest performance this week.
This is why Vote Watch was dumb.
I mean,
any given moment, Josh Allen's going to come out and drop 40.
Bro, it took 11 weeks for him to get 2 wins. I'm sorry, but I agree with you. Like, it should not have taken this long. Yeah, I mean,
Henderson drops 30, coming alive. I mean, Derrick Henry acting like he's actually Derrick Henry. Josh Allen back to being him.
All of his running backs.
I wouldn't want to play James' team in the consolation bracket right now.
I told James, bro. Like I said to him, like you can play spoiler, and sure enough.
As much as I think that James deserves to come in last, when has who deserves to come in last ever actually come in last?
If we played Who Deserves What, you'd have the trophy already.
Calm down. So,
big
loss for Brad.
Huge.
It's funny because I say that, but like, what happens though? This is like I'm starting to think that maybe this is the Brad box here because bad loss, 90 points, can't put up points. He's like hurting, but he loses it. But what else happens? McMillan loses.
Yeah.
Like he stays right in the hunt because somebody else that would need to lose. Like if McMillan wins, McMillan jumps up to 6-5. He's the one that sits in fifth right now, and both Brad and Zach are the ones in the bottom
Out.
five.
Yeah, and they're out
Like,
at the
like
season ends today.
McMillan losing like saves Brad here. Like Brad's still right in the playoff hunt because of the McMillan loss. If McMillan wins, like I said, I think Brad's. I don't think Brad can recover, but he's still in playoff position. He's
Let me
still
ask
hanging
you an
around.
interesting question.
Hanging around.
If you had to pick one team whose place you'd rather be in, out of Brad or Zach, who would it be?
If I had to take over their team right now,
Yep. You take over their spot in the standings.
Brad.
Tell me why.
I mean, one game up, has already scored more points, and I think that he just has. He has two running backs that he's comfortable starting.
He's not one game up on Brad or on Zach. They're both even.
As I'm saying, sorry, he's ahead in the standings. He
Okay.
like no, I mean like okay, they're essentially even. Sorry, he's already scored more points, and I don't know. I just like his team better right now. Like I think Aaron Jones is pretty much retaken over that backfield. Like, and also he has Jordan Mason. I think Jordan Mason vultured a touchdown if I'm remembering correctly. Yeah, he did.
Yeah, I'd
Yeah.
much rather have Brad's team too. I was just curious if
Yeah.
you agreed. Yeah,
I think so.
I think
I
Brad's
think he
team is
has
stronger
better
on
players.
paper, and I also
Yeah.
think that he also has a little more budget too, if that matters. But like,
I think it does. So we're gonna get into the quarterback situation that Brad is now in after this week, but
yeah,
is obviously Justin Fields getting benched, which was supposed to happen 2 or 3 weeks ago. Now it's happening again. Michael Penix Jr. is now on the IR. He's done for the year.
So
But like
Brad's gonna make a move at QB.
I'm I just I'm a little surprised by Brad's settings this week. Starting Woody Marks was a little. I mean, it worked out for him in the. I mean, obviously he was going to lose no matter what, but like it worked out for him.
Started Roma Dunze?
Yeah, like Roma Dunze is the wide receiver 15 after having a 5-point week. I'm assuming he was a little bit higher. So to leave him on the bench was just a little surprising when you could have moved Saquon Barkley up and dropped out Woody Marks. But again, it worked out. I mean, Woody Marks, 5.6 points.
So what the fuck do you know?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, what have I been saying the whole time? Like, hey, I think Brad should be doing more. Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I mean, Brad's minimalist approach is he's still sitting in playoff position, even though you and I sit here and criticize his team every week. What is he?
I haven't been criticizing. I don't know what you're talking about.
He keeps winning games. I mean, what do I know?
Yep. All that matters is make playoffs and then go and then win 3 coin flips. Two or three coin flips, depending on where you're at.
But I mean, I do think that his team obviously underperformed overall. Like I expect Devontae Smith to do more than 1.3. I expect Amon-Ra St. Brown to do more than 5.2.
But this is but this is the problem with Devontae Smith, is he is true feast or famine. He is a boomer bust. So this is what you get. And again,
I mean,
like
it was a weird week. I mean, Jared Goff completed 30% of his passes. It was a weird game. A lot of defense. I don't know. Like, obviously, Brad's situation with quarterbacks is going to get interesting here. But, like, I don't know. Are you totally out on Alvin Kamara? I mean, he's running back 33. He finally had a decent game.
I'm not out on him, but I wouldn't start him over Aaron Jones or Saquon.
Yeah, but if you had to start a third running back.
If I had to start a third, I'd probably start him, yeah. I don't trust Mason, and I don't know that I trust Woody Marks.
Yeah, I mean, Brad's situation just gets rougher and rougher because not only is Justin Fields getting benched and Michael Penix is out, but Drake London probably out this week.
It might not be a bad idea.
Like, it seems like it all hits at the same time for him.
It might not be a bad idea for him to make a move for a team with like 3 decent quarterbacks, if there is one, like to get a backup quarter, or like get a second QB out of like one of those running backs that we just mentioned, or somebody.
Yeah,
sacrifice a little depth
for him
to help with a weak position. Maybe even Tootin might be a trade chip with like some, his finally first decent performance in a long time. He's held on to him for a long time, but
I think he's going to eventually get more and more work with Travis Etienne, similar to like how last year. God, I'm so mad at myself that his name is blanking. They traded him to the Jets, the running back. The Jaguars traded him. Why am I blanking on his name? Was it the Jets or the Eagles that he traded him to? What the fuck?
I do not remember.
It's the Eagles. I'm pretty sure. I'm like 90% sure it's the Eagles. Oh god damn it! I'm so mad at myself. I haven't even had that much wine yet, guys. I promise. Not
Oh,
making moves.
diamond hands.
Oh my
Hold.
God.
Brad,
Oh my
hold.
God. When was that? Was that 2021, 2020? When was that? Was that
It
peak
was
COVID?
COVID. It was COVID.
Oh my
GameStop.
God.
I actually made
Diamond
$1,000 on
hands.
that.
I did not. All
Um,
right. Well, who the fuck is the player that I'm
Bigsby.
thinking of? Yeah, Tank Bigsby. There you go. Tank
Alex
Bigsby.
saved you.
Yeah. So Tank Bigsby was like finding fantasy relevance, and then Jaguars do what they do, and they trade him away for 3 footballs. I mean, he hasn't done much since, but like no, he played well for Jackson. It reminds me exactly of the James Robinson situation. He was like really good for Jacksonville, and they trade him away for essentially nothing, and then he just disappears from the league.
Yep.
It like I just don't get it. But yeah, I do think that he's going to get more work. Like I think he's played well. I think he can do more. I do think that Saquon Barkley's eventually got to start to do something though.
Yeah. Yeah,
Like
Saquon's
him
been one of his
being.
most disappointing
I mean,
picks.
again, I exactly. Like I think it's like, oh, he's really disappointed. He's running back 11. He's still a borderline RB1. As much of a disappointment.
But
as
you
people
drafted him as like a top 3 RB.
I agree. I mean, I think the volume is starting to get there. I mean, he's averaging 26 touches over the last 2.
Yeah.
I think it's there. And I think his schedule gets a little bit easier coming up. I think Dallas's defense is bad. Washington's defense is bad. The Raiders' defense is bad. I think he has some opportunities coming up.
Moving to our last matchup and the closest matchup of the week. Man, oh man, huge
Massive
win for Alex.
Massive.
And I mean, like, it's also a huge missed opportunity for Window because if Window gets this win, not only is he in the wild card chase, he's in the regular season standings. Like, he's got a shot. Like,
he is. He'd still be 2 games back.
But I mean,
Yeah,
but he's got that points lead, and I'm saying
no,
with
the
some of the other
points
teams.
lead is yeah, that's true. The points lead is helpful. So like being 2 games back, like 2 games might be enough to get him where he needs to be.
But now that he's firmly in the wild card race,
And it's funny because Window, I feel like every time we talk about Window's team, because it's just like, oh, I'm just worried about points. It's like, hey, valid thing. You've had a rough start. You've had a bad schedule. You're 3-7, 3-6. But then when you say you only need points and then you only get 100 points per week.
not great, Bob. Not good
but
time,
somehow
Bob.
he's still like, he did well enough early on though. It doesn't matter. He's still right now projected to be in the playoffs as the wild card.
He is.
So he's right.
He's right in the thick of it. It was a surprisingly low scoring performance for both teams.
Man, I wish I could get a win with like 100 points.
Well,
I'm
sucks.
not Alex and Zach. I can't do that.
It also
I get
sucks.
130 and lose.
Shut up.
You
don't get 130. You get 150 every week. It sucks.
If I don't put up 150, I lose though.
Team of Destiny. It sucks that the for Window that the defense swing was
defense
like
literally
negative
makes
14, like our 14-point swing in favor of Alex.
Just don't start a defense and you win this matchup. That's so gross.
Yeah,
that's
it's
so
really disgusting.
Against what you thought was going to be a good matchup in Jacksonville.
And the crazy part of it for Alex is if he had lost this match, he might have been kicking himself because, I mean, I'm not saying you make a change, but like you start Herbert and Love, who were like your locked in quarterbacks. Herbert puts up less than 4. Bryce Young puts up more than 30 on your bench.
I am so like, I just don't understand fantasy football sometimes because I'm sitting there watching the 1:00 games. It's like not even halftime. I'm like, wow, Alex is in a bad way right now. Josh Jacobs in the locker room. Jordan Love in the locker room. I mean, obviously Bryce Young's on the bench, but I'm like, Bryce Young, 2 out of his 3 quarterbacks in the locker room. Window's got this locked up. Sorry, Window. I jinxed the fuck out of you. Justin Herbert and Jordan Love both come back in. Or sorry, excuse me. Bryce Young and Jordan Love both come back in the game.
Yeah.
And
Bryce's
somehow Alex gets a win here.
And it sucks even. I mean, like for Window too, like Bijan, 28-point performance, like exactly what you want out of him.
Like, is that his best day so far this year?
If not,
Second
it's close.
best. It was his second best. Okay.
Yeah. So like,
had a good game.
Yeah, just disappointing. Just not enough overall. And Khalil Shakir was
God, -5 when you. Oh my God, this is. I hate defenses, bro.
Yep.
You get -5 out of your defense and lose by less than 1.5.
Yeah. Well, again, Khalil Shakir, 0.2. Like, starts anyone else in the flex. If he starts Wandale Robinson, he starts Tyler Algier, he starts Bill.
Yeah, Jesus.
Woof. That's a brutal loss, is what it is. Thinking about dropping Young after Herbert's bye, not anymore, can't do it. Well, this is again. Look at me. I'm gonna wait. I do this all the time. Let me do it. I'm gonna play matchmaker. I'm gonna make a trade happen. Brad needs a quarterback. He needs one of those 3 quarterbacks that you have, Alex. And maybe he's willing to part with somebody. Wait, why am I helping you? You're playing me this week. Damn it. But there might be some trade potential out there if there's any holes in Alex's team trying to plug. Now, granted, Alex, I know you're 8-3, so maybe you don't want to make trades. But I'm just saying, something to think about. Anywho, so
big win for Alex though. Now 2 games up on third with the bye situation. Massive win for him.
Inside track for the bye for sure. He's just got to win 2 games and it's locked up. So honestly, this week my matchup with him is probably, if he beats me, he's probably got the bye because he eliminates me from bye contention. He's just got to deal with Scotty. Scotty would have to run the table to catch him. You know, so this is a huge. But if he loses, he drops to 8-4. I'm 7-5. I will have him on points at that point with 2 games to go. Then it's a whole new ball game. So big week for Alex. We'll get to it in predictions, but it's time now for the standings. So let's get to standings. This is where we sit in terms of the table. Jerry stands alone atop the mountain at 9-2, but Alex 1 game behind him. Alex says he needs all of his QBs right now. Herbert's scary. He might need Young to fill in. There's a 2-game cushion between Alex and this kind of 6-5 pack of Scotty and myself, who are way ahead in points, followed by Brad and Zach, who are way behind in points. I mean, there's literally about a 200 point gap between the 3-4 and the 5-6. And then there is these 2 wild card contenders, Window and McMillan. Although McMillan is 5-6, I mean he's still in the thick of the standings. He could easily get himself in the. Jerry had to accept the trade after hearing that. Oh, do we have it?
Is it time?
Do we have it?
I think we have it.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, for the 2nd time this season. Wait, where is it? It's not. Oh wait, I need it on a different page. Maybe is it? It's on a different page. Hold on. Oh, it's on a different page. Sorry. Wait. Come on, you son of a. Come on, damn it! I had this. Trade alert! We need to go to the league page. Quick! Find out what has happened. Adam Schefter reporting there's been a transaction accepted. Oh wow. Let me see if I can do it. Can I do recent activity? Will it do it there? All right. So we have to review the trade. It is Brad and Jerry. Woof! Oh my goodness gracious. We got a big boy trade here, ladies and gentlemen. Sun God goes to Jerry's team and makes his team even stronger at wide receiver. Devontae Adams and Joe Flacco leave Jerry's team and go to Brad's. Brad gets his quarterback. We were talking on the pod today about how he needed help. Jerry planting that seed, and now those chickens come home to roost. And Jerry gets an upgraded wide receiver.
And now, because you kept saying, I was like, damn, actually, Alex probably has better quarterbacks than me. I got to accept this pretty quick here. Also, I don't know if you noticed it, but as this conversation kept happening and you kept being like, hey, make a trade, I'm over here like, yeah, that'd be a really good idea.
I didn't notice the wait. Don't worry. Hey, guess what?
I hope Brad noticed it. Brad, that was for you.
You know what's really funny? When I hit veto right now and click veto, email, get wrecked. So, I'm not going to. I have to do this one. Oh, damn it. I'll do this later. I'll do this over here where you can't see. Don't look at my password. It's rude.
Where it says get wrecked.
Yeah, my password is get wrecked. All right, trade's been upheld. You got your players. Go change your lineups. Jason Smith commenting already. I feel like that's worse than my offer with Nico Collins and Trevor Lawrence.
I was a little surprised. Brad said he was higher on Flacco. I'm not mad. Sorry, Jason.
In any event, that's big news. So we have our second trade alert on the podcast. We talked about the standings. let's get into.
Wait, hold on a sec. Something else might have just came through.
Okay.
Is there another trade alert?
No way. Stop. What's happening? What is happening? Oh my gosh. I don't understand. Adam Schefter, help. Help. Please, I don't have a voice left. Trade alert. Trade alert. Attention league. I got to review this one too. Wow. Interesting. Jerry snags Ladd for the low price of T. Higgins and Blake Corum. Actually, I'd rather almost have. I think I'd rather have Scotty's part of this trade. But very interesting.
I can explain that one in particular.
Go ahead.
I mean, I think it goes without saying Amon-Ra is Amon-Ra, so that one's whatever. I had T. Higgins and McConkey very close together, and it literally came playoff schedule.
Yep.
The Ladd McConkey in week 16. So this is obviously assuming I have the bye. Ladd McConkey in week 16 plays Dallas, who is dead last against wide receivers. All you got to do is get to the championship, right? T. Higgins, on the other hand of that, plays Miami, who doesn't sound like a big, opponent, but quietly top 5 against wide receiver fantasy-wise.
Yeah.
They currently sit at number 5.
Which is crazy because their cornerbacks are ass. But, well, actually, they're not anymore.
I think it's just because the running backs and tight ends get all the points is honestly what it is. No, literally seeing that flip of 32 versus 5, I was like, I do think I probably for the rest of the season like Higgins a little bit better, but those last 2 matchups of the season, I think McConkey is where I want to be.
I have literally not stopped hitting the trade alert button. I just have been hitting it nonstop for the last 2 minutes. I don't understand what's happening.
Jason, shut up.
That would be brutal if you that would be no, that wouldn't be brutal. That would be fitting if all of a sudden Flacco doesn't start again the rest of the season after you trade him away.
So I saw obviously that there was talks that Burrow might come back in time for Thanksgiving. But everything was
he'll probably,
assuming they're not in playoff position. But they're 3-7 right now.
Right.
They lose this week to the Patriots. They're 3-8. Do they really bring Joe Burrow back at 3-8?
Maybe.
I don't think they do.
If he wants to come back, I mean.
But if he's playing this week, that's even worse. I hadn't seen that.
Well, we will find out. But
I don't think they're rushing. I don't think they're rushing him back this week, and he obviously needs a quarterback this week.
It's time for our power rankings because this is a new segment on the pod, so we got to do it. Here are our power rankings. They have been updated to reflect some changes in the standings. Jerry's still the title favorite in S tier. Our A tier teams, Alex.
Can somebody explain to me the S tier thing?
S tier is the top tier. Super.
But yeah, why is super?
Super.
Okay. I saw this on something else the other day where it was talking about the S tier and then the rest of it was normal grades, and I was like, what is S tier? I don't understand.
S tier is always top tier. It's it goes S, A, B, C, D, F. So Jerry's the S tier team. Of the A tier teams, Alex is actually kind of in his own, but I could have made it. Alex could have been alone in A tier, but I put the bye contenders in that A tier. Playoff contenders, Zach has found his way up there now with his big win over McMillan. But I also put McMillan and Brad in that same tier. Window is in because I think all those guys could make playoffs in terms of the standings themselves, not just the wild card. In C tier, we've got Window, who is wild card or bust. In D tier, we've got Jason Smith, who is just bust. And then still in F tier, still doo-doo butter, but nice 2-game win streak. Shout out to James. So yeah, Jerry out here making title moves. Everybody else just playing checkers. We are moving to Fabs. Oh wait, let me get back to Fabs. Let me turn on the power rankings. This is where we stand on Fabs waiver wires already happened, obviously, last night. So, just looking at the budgets. James, tons of money, 95%, taking us all out to Pizza Hut after the season's over with his Fab budget. Brad at 85%, and then we got some people are starting to spend money. Zach, 2/3 of his budget left. Jason, a little over half. McMillan, Jason McMillan, that is, has a little over half his budget left. Scott, a little under half of his budget. Alex about 40%, Jerry at 30%, me at 24%, at Window at 6%, and Jason Smith down to $29. Can't buy a hot dog at Sheets. So disappointing. I don't know. I'm tired, man. I need to go to bed. All right.
I like both the first and last ones though. Those were awesome. I really appreciated that.
Let's
buy a hot dog at Sheets.
Let's get to
I think it would have been slightly. It would have been slightly funnier if it was Costco, but no, $29 is still enough to buy.
Not anymore. Have you heard the tariffs that are on hot dogs nowadays? Like inflation, it's crazy, bro.
I thought they made them in house. You know.
So looking at Week 11's pick'em results, I went 4 for 5. We've had 4 of the 5 same teams. So there was a lot of overlap. I went 4 for 5. You went 3 for 5. Hashtag get wrecked again. You are now 9 games back from me in the standings in pick'em with.
What if I just picked myself every week? Would it have made the difference?
I don't know if it made the difference, but it would be darn close. I can look it up right now. I'll
Wait,
I'll
sorry. Was I on the
exercise.
left? Was I on the left or the right on the Week 11 predictions?
You are the right.
Damn. Oh, that's right, because I picked Window and Alex fucking gets his win.
If you had picked yourself every week, you would have. Well, you would have lost. You've been wrong in week 1 because you picked Alex and you were right. So you would have let's say -1. I don't know. Who did you play in week 2? This is gonna take a while to do. I don't care. I'm indulging it.
Well, so overall, for the first 10 weeks, I picked myself to lose every single time, and through that, I was 8-2. So I would pick up 8 wins.
You'd hold on, I got a +1, +2,
+6. It's +6.
Okay.
Because I'd be +8 on all the ones that I got wrong. I'd be -2 on the ones.
So 6 more. So you'd be 28 and 27. You'd be 3 games back.
Yeah, I'd still be behind. Damn.
I mean, I've been nailing it this year. I really have. But yeah, and then in terms of top 3, bottom 3, I nailed you. We both got James right. We both got Jason Smith wrong, and I got Scotty wrong. But again, this could all change. It'll be interesting. The ultimate test of top 3, bottom 3 is playoffs, obviously, right? Where do these teams finish? I mean, you could do standing. I guess end of season standings is one measure, but the other one is like, where do you finish in the playoffs? So, without further ado, let's get to predictions. We have 3 games to go. We have some really good matchups this week, and we're starting off with perhaps the best matchup of the week. I would say there's 2 really interesting ones, and this is one of them. Alex versus myself. I beat Alex in week 3 by a wide margin, but it projects a lot tighter. I don't think either of us have a lot of bye week issues. He's got Waddle and Herbert on bye. I've got Cortland Sutton, so he's a little bit more hurt by the bye. The injury concern, obviously, to Josh Jacobs plays a role, but he does now have Emmanuel Wilson after his big boy bid. So he picks up some of that slack. These are the projected starting lineups, and they're almost certainly going to stay accurate. Projection favors me by about 8 points. Who you got, buddy?
I think the projection is, I think it's pretty accurate right now.
Yeah.
I mean, Trey McBride has been him, and he gets Jacksonville, who's one of the worst teams against defenses. Lamar Jackson gets the Jets. Puka Nacua gets Tampa Bay. I mean, Jacoby Brissett has been playing just fucking awesome football. Like, I don't know where the fuck that came from. He's averaging like 22 points per game.
I am really glad that I bit the bullet and just added him and put Kyler on IR Yeah, hugely glad for that.
The only thing I'm like slightly concerned about with Jacoby Brissett is that he's playing Jacksonville, which I mean has been a good matchup for a lot of people. They fucking played really well against Justin Herbert last week. So I
They
don't know
did.
if that will continue. And then obviously you get the stack with Wilson. And I'm assuming the Jacksonville is going to go back to being Jacksonville, and Jacoby Brissett's going to have a good game. But yeah, and then you get the double stack with Michael Wilson and Trey McBride. I think that's going to be helpful for you. Yeah, I don't know. I do think that I just like your matchups a little bit better here. Uh, Although, damn, Jahmyr Gibbs gets fucking the Giants.
Yeah.
I I still think I'm not a believer in Bryce Young, even though he also gets a decent matchup. Emmanuel Wilson's a backup for a reason, even though I mean it's not the best matchup going against Minnesota. So I don't know. I do think that your team's going to prevail here.
I said this is a really good matchup, and it's not just the implications of the game itself, like the fact that this is basically to keep the bye up for grabs, but also because there's a lot of intriguing kind of storylines for here, right? Like, and there's a lot of intriguing matchups. Jahmyr Gibbs, it gets, like you said, a very tasty matchup against the Giants. Brees Hall,
I mean,
Baltimore.
if Jahmyr Gibbs drops 40, anything could happen here.
But Jahmyr Gibbs drops 40, I probably lost. Bryce Young's matchup against the banged up 49ers defense is a favorable one. The Browns defense could be a huge swing here with playing against the Raiders. But then again, the Patriots defense gets the Bengals. And who starts at quarterback for the Bengals? Like, there is so much variance depending
I think
upon
it's Joe Flacco.
how. But assuming it's Flacco, like, again, like, they haven't been a great offense, but then it's
What?
they have
No, they've been very good offensively.
for their fantasy, from a fantasy perspective, you're right. But against defenses, they've also had a lot of turnovers. They're one of they're one of the bottom, I think, I wouldn't say bottom 5, but bottom 10 defense. They're bottom 10. Like, they're one of the top 10 matchups for fantasy defense, is what I was trying to say before I had a stroke.
Gotcha. I mean, obviously, last week plays a big factor into that because they had 2 defensive touchdowns, like in garbage time. Alex got to watch and witness his. I love how he was like, "Steelers are cooked. This fucking sucks." And it's just like, "Hey, by the way, here's here's 2 defensive touchdowns for you in garbage time, Alex. You're welcome."
Right. But I mean, like you said, my Arizona stack gets very favorable matchups. Puka gets a good matchup in Tampa Bay that could be a shootout. Lamar gets a great matchup against the Jets, but he's questionable. He had an ankle injury, so who knows how that shakes out. I have no idea. You know, Lamar's health has been a concern this year. So it really depends. He was non-participant due to they said it was an ankle, but I don't know. I think I think he'll probably play. It's just still a little bit concerning. Swift also questionable and limited, but I assume he'll be fine. But again, I've gotten burned on that before. So, like, a lot to be shaken out. With that said, I always like to predict in ways that will create parity, make things exciting, and that's why I'm predicting me. So,
Yeah,
hopefully,
no, I think you'll prevail here.
hopefully, I keep the buy up for grabs.
Yeah, you've been running pretty good.
All right.
In all things considered, with your injury situations, being 6-5 and being in this position is not a bad place to be.
Which is why I feel like I'm gonna repeat, because, buddy, I know that you're the best team in the league. I don't dispute that, but man, oh man, I tell you what, last year I had to battle my way through every single injury and my depleted team to get to a title, and I did. I'm believing again. I'm believing. Jason Smith also still shocked at the trade, by the way. Flacco will play at best one more game this season.
I don't know that that's true. You 100% could be right that he only plays one more game this season. But I really believe that if they lose this week to the Patriots and they are 3-8, that Joe Burrow doesn't see the field again. I could be wrong.
I am so happy right now.
I could very
moving
much be
to our
wrong.
next matchup. I'm so happy.
How in the sorry, really quick. As
Go ahead.
you talked about the Patriots defense and how good their matchup is. I'm looking at this and I'm not understanding. Like, look at the Patriots. They get the 26. You click the thing, defense versus Bengals. It shows that the Jets somehow, against the Jets, they had, oh, because they gave up 39 points. Okay, never mind. I got it. Got it. Go ahead. Sorry, let's move on.
I was gonna say I love Jason McMillan. I love you, bud.
God, did he change his team name?
He did, and it's a beautiful one.
Oh, geez, I haven't seen it yet. I'm gonna go into this blind. Let me. He's baking up a Destiny Slayer.
Baker Mayfield is baking up a Destiny Slayer. I love it. Every week, I like I said, it is such bad fantasy juju to change your team name mid-season, but I love that he's leaning into this, and I look forward to it every single week. I really do. So Team of Destiny versus team competing for the wild card. The projection's not close. You have the craziest part of this is Devon Achane, running back 3, is on bye for you. And he doesn't have, I mean, Jamar Chase is obviously suspended for him, wide receiver 5. That is a huge loss. But other than that, there's really not a lot missing from his team. And it's still a 36-point swing. It's stupid. Your team is broken. Tell me why you're going to win. Or tell me you're going to lose. and I'll laugh.
Let me give you all of the reasons why McMillan can win. Okay?
Okay.
Let me just give you those first. I'm not saying that this is what I'm picking yet, but like, just let me put this in perspective here, okay?
Hit me. Tickle my fancy.
The combination of Jared Goff and David Montgomery get 2 of the best possible matchups you can, because the Giants' defense is absolutely terrible. Okay? DJ Moore, if he's gonna do anything this season, this is the time. Again, he gets Pittsburgh, one of the worst 3 teams in the league against wide receivers. Ashton Genty's eventually got to like explode for like, it's weird because Ashton Genty is the 15th ranked running back, and he's had like one game where it was like, damn, okay, like he had a good game. I'm gonna win.
Yeah,
he doesn't have Jamar Chase.
It's not close. Like,
but Baker Mayfield does not get a good matchup.
Also, just throwing it out there, like
Jaylen Warren, if he doesn't play, okay, he can still start Kenneth Gainwell. But
to your point of Ashton Genty, like he gets the Browns D, that's tough. But more than that, you mentioned Goff and Montgomery. This is a great matchup against the Giants. You know who Goff's gonna be thrown to? Your newly acquired Sun God. Like, what are we talking about? You still have Christian McCaffrey. You still have Matt Stafford and what's likely to shoot on Tampa Bay. You have George Kittle's going to demolish the Panthers. Jalen Hurts gets the Cowboys. Like, he will own their soul. What are we talking about? It's not close. JSN against the Titans, a laughingstock. Like,
that's why I said I was going to give you all the reasons that he could win, not all the reasons that he's going to win.
Yeah, because he ain't. I love McMillan, and I would predict him if he wasn't playing a Team of Destiny, but he's playing a Team of Destiny. I can't afford to miss picks when I'm cruising right now. So we're moving on to matchup number 3. If I can get there. I said there were 2 big matchups this week. At least in my view, there were 2 big matchups this week. This is number 2. Brad versus Zach. This, to me, is about as close as you can get. I don't want to say it's an elimination game because it's not. But it sure feels like an elimination game, doesn't it?
I think it is.
Yeah, right?
Really?
I mean, like...
Because neither one of them have the points.
Yeah.
Both of them are right on the border of being in the bottom 5. Like, I think the loser of this misses the playoffs. The winner of this could still miss the playoffs, but like, is in a much better position.
To rebut Jason's concern about the trade, I now understand the urgency. Knowing this is his matchup, right? Knowing
he needs to win this week.
He needs to be 7-5 after this. Whoever wins this matchup is probably making the playoffs. Whoever loses this matchup has a huge uphill battle to get there. I wouldn't even say probably. Sorry, like it's just this is a monumental matchup in terms of the standings, and we talked about both these teams and he wins. I now see, if you believe that Flacco is playing this week and you're hurting at quarterback, and you're also getting Devontae Adams, who any given week could outscore Sun God. Sun God has had a few down weeks. Like, yeah, I get it.
No, Devontae Adams scores a lot of touchdowns.
In a good matchup, a matchup with Tampa Bay that probably will be a shootout. Like, I see the value. Brad, I see your value now.
I do think that he had a little bit of a down week last week. Joe Flacco did. But Joe Flacco is getting you, like, I think he's averaging, since moving to Cleveland, I think he's averaging like 22 points per game.
Yeah.
Like, no, if you need a win this week, and I don't know, I'm actually going to check really quick just because I haven't. Trevor Lawrence is playing, again, a sneaky good defense when it comes against quarterbacks, 7th overall, Cardinals. And I just don't have, again, as a Jaguars fan, maybe I'm cynical. I don't have faith in Trevor Lawrence to do anything. Like, I don't know, maybe probably long term. Like, Jason makes a good point of, like, I mean, if Flacco's gonna sit, no, you'd rather have Trevor Lawrence for the rest of the season. But yeah, no, you're right. You make an excellent point of, no, Brad needs a win this week.
Yeah.
Who gives him the best chance to win this week?
Yeah.
I get it. I get what you're saying. I'm picking up what you're putting down.
So I'm sorry, did you make your prediction? I can give mine if you want.
I have not. You can go ahead. I wanted to look at a little bit of matchup situations here.
One of the big causes for concern for Brad is Drake London. He is doubtful.
I don't think he's going to play this week.
And so that's going to test a little bit of Brad's depth. He's going to have to go to probably Rome Odunze to fill in, I would assume. Between that and Flacco, he's still got Kamara where he can plug and play over, one of his running backs, but I don't know that he does. I don't know. Kamara is questionable anyway. I don't know that you put in Kamara over Aaron Jones. If anything, it'll probably be Woody Marks would be the question mark, but Woody Marks gets a really good matchup against Buffalo's run D has been pretty porous. Brad has some really good matchups in terms of Devontae Smith against Dallas. I said that's probably going to be a shootout. Yep. Saquon also against Dallas. Their defense has been giving up a lot of points to fantasy opponents.
They give up a lot of points to fantasy everything.
Defense could be huge in this game. Much like my matchup with Alex, these are two very tasty matchups for the defenses. The Seahawks get the Titans, the worst offense in the league, and the Raiders get the Browns, the second worst offense in the league. The defense might be a huge swing depending on who balls out. We talked about at the outset, and also one interesting thing: Bucky Irving questionable, Brian Thomas
I don't think he's playing.
Questionable. He's projected to play right now. Who knows?
Right now.
I don't know. Zach doesn't have a lot of depth to cover for it.
I'm also a big believer that even if he does play this week, they're really gonna rush him back with how good. What the fuck the third string guy's name is?
Yeah, Sean Tucker.
He'll
probably be on a pitch. He'll probably be on a pitch count.
Exactly. Rashad White has played relatively well. Sean Tucker played great last game. Are you throwing him in for 30 touches this week for Bucky Irving when they're right there at a playoff? Like they're in playoff position. I don't think you're rushing him in.
I am going to break my golden rule. I don't do this often. I'm betting against the box. Give me Brad.
It's funny because I don't bet against the box.
I get it, but
I'm going Brad.
Oh, we're by the way, we're 3 for 3 on the same picks right now. You're not doing well in terms of trying to get difference.
I want to go. Trust me. I said that last week. I made a pick specifically for that.
Ooh, hashtag Sam in the chat. Hashtag fantasy power couple. I love it.
She's doing better than me. I'm just
saying. Well,
she's in first in 2 leagues. I'm in first in this one, and I'm in 5th and 6th and 7th in the other ones. Like
we talked about this. She's a box.
Smith is a box. That is true.
So we're going to matchup number 4, the battle of the 3 and 8s. It's Jason Smith versus Window. Window projected as a large favorite right now, but that's also because Jason hasn't fully set his lineup. He does not have a tight end at present. That's because Gadsden's on bye. I assume he's going to make some ad there. Assuming it's like probably what top projected tight end on the waiver wire is probably like 7 points. So we're talking about a 12-point swing right now. Otherwise, the lineups are technically set.
Well, highest right now is Kyle Pitts at 8.4.
Okay. So like we're talking about like essentially a little over a 10-point swing in projections. And I mean this is again, we talked about like Jason's season probably dead, but Window needs points. A win might keep him alive in terms of if he runs the table, but just needs points. I mean, I'm gonna be quick. I'm gonna go Window. I didn't talk about bye week stuff. It's really for Jason Smith. It's the Broncos D it's Broncos D, Gadsden, and R.J. Harvey. For Window, it's Troy Franklin and Chris Rodriguez who we just added, but like not anybody major. Yeah, on paper, Window's the stronger team. It's there aren't any matchups that I'm super concerned about on either side. And there's also not a lot that I'm like super like, oh, this is really good. Like it's just kind of a okay. It's
Everything's kind of middle of the road there.
yeah. So given all that, I'm gonna lean Window here.
I think I have to agree. I mean, I've been saying for weeks, so like I believe in Jason's team. He has good
I
players.
believe in Harvey Dent. Don't you worry about Planet Express. Let me worry about blank.
What?
You never seen that Futurama episode?
No, what did you say? I didn't hear you.
Don't you worry about Planet Express. Let me worry about blank.
No, I haven't seen it. Oh no. Also, I could have just said no in the first place. I haven't seen Futurama.
I would have also accepted blank. You're not looking at the big picture. Come on, guys. Someone in the chat.
Who watches Futurama?
Dude, Futurama's great.
It's like bad South Park.
No.
Yeah, no, I mean, I feel like just the complete team right now that Window has is better. Who knows? Maybe Jason still makes a trade. Maybe there's still time for one more trade alert on this pod.
What's crazy is I was going to remind everybody, like, trade deadline is next week. Like, get your trades in now.
It is set for noon. I don't know that it needs to be noon, but like that is what it is.
It is what it is.
Next
I'm
Wednesday
not changing it now.
Yeah, no. It's really funny because I like actually Googled like, did we ever set a specific time? And I looked in the JC Penny chat, or not JC Penny chat, in the JC Penny channel, and just kind of searched like trade deadline. And like every year for like 5 years, we're like, hey, when's the trade deadline? Hey, maybe we should change this. Like,
well, I thought we
keep
did
doing it over and over again.
I think we did.
I think the
like,
default
something.
now. I think the default now is the Wednesday before what is 2 weeks before the end of the regular season.
Yeah.
So like going into week 13, the Wednesday before week 13. Whereas in the previous years before we went to 14 weeks and 13, it was like, going into week 12 or whatever. But yeah, I think Window is the answer here. Jason can make a trade still, do something to adjust it a little bit. Obviously, I think he can get 8, 9, 10 points out of a tight end minimum.
I don't know why, but I just got an alert about the same error that we had last week. So what I'm going to do this week, I prepared a little bit more for this time. I'm going to let the podcast run and catch up. We're going to try to finish up quick, but I'm going to let the podcast run and catch up. And then when it's when I see that the episode is concluded, I will end the stream because I don't want it to get cut off again. Let's get to our last matchup so we can hurry up and finish.
Okay.
Nickel for every time I've heard that. So we got James and Scotty. James with a great opportunity to play spoiler against Scotty here.
Damn, Scotty projected for 142.
Yeah, I mean, part of what helps is, James has some. I mean, McLaurin's still out, but other than that, it's and Sam Laporte is on IR. Those are big losses. Other than that, really not a lot. Even with Scotty's also doing that without Bo Nix. And come on, Iguodala's also on bye, but like, yeah. Scotty got himself a good team.
I don't want to play him.
But you said you don't want to play James either.
Getting Jonathan Taylor back. I said if you're in the consolation bracket, you don't want to play James. But like, no, Jonathan Taylor, I don't want to play him. Drake May, I don't want to play him. T. Higgins, I don't want to play him.
So you going Scotty?
I'm going Scotty. I think James has been it's been a good story to get out of Watch. But it's a flash in the pan. I don't think
Screw that.
His team is that good.
Screw that. Give me James. And
really?
Let me tell you why.
No, Vote Watch is dead. James to the moon.
To the moon. Let me tell you why James.
Diamond hands to the moon.
Let me tell you why James is gonna rail off 3 straight wins. Let me tell you why. I'll give you 3 good reasons why James is gonna win this week. Reason number 1: Kansas City is the defense that Jonathan Taylor gets. Kansas City is gonna stuff him up. Jonathan Taylor's gonna have one of his 3 worst weeks of the season, which, granted, is his worst week so far is 6.7. He's going to have a sub 10-point performance, Jonathan Taylor. That's reason number 1. Reason number 2 why James is going to give Scotty the hands this week. Travion Henderson has been on fire of late and gets to run on the Bengals, the worst defense for fantasy running backs. A.J. Brown gets to play the Cowboys, the worst defense, or like the most favorable matchup for fantasy wide receivers. Kenneth Walker rebounding some form, playing against the Tennessee Titans, who are god-awful. He's got some good matchups. And Josh Allen, yeah, he's got Houston, but Josh Allen is Josh Allen. Josh Allen is him. I'll deny that to the death if anyone asks me, because fuck Josh Allen. But Josh Allen's going to perform. So, yes, James has some liabilities at position. Scotty's got the better team overall. There's a reason Scotty's projected higher. All that is true. But the third reason, I said the first reason, I said the second reason, now the third reason. Fuck Scotty. He deserved every fucking taunt he got. Fuck Scotty. Give me. You want to ask me with the fate of the Game 7, the fate of the universe, the Martian's got the death beam pointed at us. Who's gonna win between James and Scotty? I want James.
You know, it's like one of the worst sports takes of all time.
I know.
Right? So it's so funny. So at Friendsgiving on Sunday, which I'm mad that you weren't there. I wanted to see you. He literally said like, "Oh yeah, no, I taunt every single time I score a touchdown." And I was like, "People do that?"
That's rude. I do it on rare occasions.
I do it ironically when I'm like with the person and I score a touchdown. But
if
like,
someone taunts me,
oh, no, I said every single one.
If someone taunts me, they're getting taunted back.
You don't start it, but you'll finish it.
Mm-hmm. You better fucking believe it. So that is our pod. Great episode. I'm gonna let it run for a little bit so that and I'm not gonna stop streaming so that you guys know what's going on. So it'll be black for a while on our screen, but hopefully it'll work its way out for you, and I'll wait till the pod is done on our end before I shut off the stream. So thank you guys for watching. Love y'all. One last thing before we wrap up. We likely will not have a pod next week. Reason being, Ashley is going to be induced on Tuesday if she doesn't go into labor sooner. So little guy is going to be here. And in all likelihood,
little guy, what's his name?
Not announcing it yet. You'll find out soon. But I will obviously let you guys know. I'll send a picture once he's born. And we will probably, like I said, I'll be in the hospital from Tuesday, Thursday next week. So I'll be lucky if I set my fantasy lineup. But I will do my best to try to have a pod back, episode 13 back before our week 14 matchups to get the last match of the season, because I do want to do kind of playoff who needs what for playoffs and whatnot. I do like doing that, and buys as well. So, all right, that's our show.
Can't wait to meet little Jeremiah.
Yeah,
It's a biblical name, man. It's a good one to go with.
I am. Well, so well, on that, since I'll be watching anyway until the pod's done. If you think you can guess the name, no, none of you know. I know that much. I haven't told any of you. I haven't told anyone. But if you think
Even
you
your
can
wife?
guess the name, I mean, Ash and I know. If you think you can guess the name, put it in the chat, and we'll see if you can guess it right. I will be very impressed if you guess it right. And if you guess it right, maybe, just maybe, if I get Ashley's blessing, I will send a private message to that person confirming that that is the name, but swearing them to secrecy. So there you go. If you get it right, maybe, just maybe, you'll find out a week early. All right. That's our show. Thanks for watching. See you next week. Go Knowles.
Go Knowles.
See, I beat you to it in 2 weeks in a row now.
NC State this Friday night, 8 p.m.
Mm-hmm.
Go out, watch the game. Go Knowles.